know exactly what item we're talking about. It's that one item rented by that person. So now that we know exactly which one it was, that's why you can't have rent ID like in the rentable items.
So are we assuming there's only one of each item?
No, if there's like multiple we do have a quantity.
Don't give me while I'm goofing
Like
off.
there might be multiples of some book, but
really.
This is definitely that one.
But we know, but since a person can only rent one of each thing, they can't rent multiple of the same book.
My question is how do we show that?
Yeah.
See, it's either we somehow find out how to do all that code with putting in quantity into it,
or we just put multiple item IDs.
Or we just put multiple IDs with the same name. But then that means that we're gonna have, isn't that like redundancy?
What? I kind of lost track.
Like if you put like if you have like 3 movies of like the Crow, all 3 different IDs.
Right.
Yeah.
Or we just do the Crow and then just a quantity.
Yeah,
But then we have to somehow put code in for the quantity so that when we do ask someone who would rent,
there'll have to be code for the quantity.
There have to be like a subtraction. So
but
that our database could show that if all 3 are rented out, then there's nothing to rent.
Yeah, there'll have to be code there. But what I'm thinking is, there's no real. It doesn't really matter if we have 3 movies, all the same movie. It doesn't really matter which of the 3 is being reserved by that. They all have the same item ID.
So we need to duplicate item ID, right?
Yeah. Duplicate has to be okay for both of them, because someone might have multiple things reserved.
Okay.
They might have a movie and a book and the headphones and then a different book. So yeah, everybody has to be repeats allowed. But yeah, what I'm thinking there's no appreciation we don't, if we were gonna have a difference between the different quantities, I mean, if 3 movies, we'd have to have a new ID for each one. So I think it really doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Because if you've rented, they're the same movie, so they can all have the same ID.
Okay.
And it doesn't matter that the 3rd one got rented. We know that one of them is out.
Do we want anything
through
else
this.
besides?
So through that candidate key, we know that this student has rented one of these items.
Do we need anything else besides date rented?
Yeah, I guess date.
Date of
the due date, yeah. I mean, that we could also, if we wanted to, we could use that as part of code to calculate the late fee.
Too much code, because he didn't really teach us any code.
He didn't really it's one of those things. I think we can leave it open, to just in case we want to do it.
Does he just really want us to just make the tables? Is that
I
what
think
he
so.
really wants us, and just show a form and a report?
I think
because if that is it, then we don't really have to worry about quantity and person taking out stuff, because that's all.
We're trying to get the best grade, man.
We're trying to get the best grade. We're just get as many as many things that are kind of important right now.
So we don't want too many, right? Many in the rented items, because there'll be multiple item IDs.
Yeah.
TUID to ID.
Did you make all the IDs auto number?
No.
I did, not this one.
Don't make them auto number. I don't think they should.
Not auto number? Okay.
Yeah, let's just make them all normal number.
Text or number.
Yeah.
The person has to be.
We'll have to go through most of these things and make sure that they're required, but just yeah, I wouldn't.
Wouldn't that be easier though? Because then we don't have to. When we create the database, it'll just go 1 down to whatever.
Yeah.
So if we put our own data in, at least for TUID.
I mean, it'll be easier, but I don't know. I was just gonna do the IDs the same way. Normal IDs are 911
Right.
something.
What about? I think item ID might be better.
Yeah, item ID can be auto number. I really don't care.
So TUID.
But yeah, I think all the IDs should be.
So we have to get rid of the.
Yeah, we have to delete all this relationships.
Do we need to set up the format?
Is your all there?
Yeah.
Did you save it? No, just got rid of everything. You can't choose this part of the relationships what? Or in a relationships. Show all the tables. Oh, there you go. You have to actually like go in and delete delete the things in between them. Yeah. Close user. You might want to just change them to TUID now, since we're going to be changing them.
Just like that or underscore, doesn't matter.
Let's just go for it. TUID.
Should we be changing the format under that? The like how it's put in.
Like you want
Some things are required though.
It's 9 because it's 9. You want it to only be 9, right? 9 characters.
I mean,
You don't have to.
Actually, it would be text, wouldn't it? It's
The TU, I do.
yeah, because
would
numbers
would a
for-
9-digit number go over the long integer field size?
I don't know, but if
Here,
we did text, we could do a field size of 9.
Huh. Yeah, we
And
could
keep
do that.
it.
And it would
think
take
we-
numbers and letters.
I mean, it's one of those things that like.
Yeah.
I think it's one of those things that like, yeah, like just to force it to do 9, but since we're populating the database anyway.
Yeah, but is he gonna try to do that when he plays with it?
Is he gonna play with it?
Yeah, I don't think
he doesn't seem like he's gonna put
I don't
that
think
much
he's gonna
effort
play
into
I
it.
don't know.
I don't think he's gonna play with it.
No.
Ying, do you think if we're gonna have like the TUID, like the TUID like normally it's like 9 digits.
Should we make that a text
Should
field
we
of
make
9?
it 10 with field size 9? Will the professor try to put something 10 characters in to see if it stops him?
No, he won't do that.
Alright.
We're gonna check your project.
Alright. Alright, I think it doesn't matter that
But
much.
should we do a number or
I think you should do numbers.
numbers? Okay.
Yeah, just go with that.
That makes sense.
I think he'd be more likely to ask us the question like, why is the TUID, why is the text?
Yeah.
Yeah, but people get a response for that.
Yeah, I mean, it's an easy response, but... I don't think he'll look that deep into it.
Do these all need to be required?
Yeah, pretty
I
much.
think
They all kind of have to be required. But they're primary keys, so they're required to begin with. I mean, you can put them as required, but I don't think it'll let you not put them anyway. Just need to put all the relationships back in. Jen, you have a big memory card?
16 gigs, 78 minutes.
Okay. 17 minutes, yeah.
78.
Oh, 78.
Oh, we're 10 minutes in.
I was thinking, like, if it was filming HD videos, it's gonna...
It is HD.
Doesn't the memory card's not gonna last very long.
1080p.
Oh. Alright.
Battery probably go up before the memory.
So my experience with HD video is very short periods of time.
I'm still waiting for your LP.
What?
I said I'm still waiting for your LP, man.
Of what?
Your rap music.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
You still didn't do a photo shoot?
I didn't finish. We only worked on it that one day.
Yeah, I don't have you rap.
Not really. It's kind of a joke.
Should TUID and rented items be one to many?
Yeah, because you could have more,
Yeah,
a lot,
okay.
more than one rented item.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I think that should be fine.
Oh wait, I think he was asking TUID to TUID. It should be.
Yeah, TUID
user
to
to
TUID.
rented items.
TUID, yeah.
Yeah, but it says one to many TUIDs. It shouldn't be one to one for TUID. Rented items should be many, but not TUID. TUID should be.
There might be.
I don't know how to.
I don't know. I don't really know what one to one and one to many means in the context of the relational schema.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it depends on, can they rent more items than once?
Yeah.
So, if
There's
it's-
gonna be
so
multiple
the-
instances of
So
their
there'll
TUID.
It'll be one in here, but you can have multiple instances.
Yeah, there's only
Yeah.
gonna be one user, but that user might have 5 things rented.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that should be good.
Yeah, so yeah, that's fine.
So I'm just trying to move this so we can easily see it.
Mm-hmm. I kind of have to go in a little bit.
So what else we need?
You need
classes,
um,
seminars.
classes. What am I gonna do with the classes? How did I set it up? Library seminars are reserved for classes. Reserved by teachers for classes, and they're taught by librarians. So we're gonna have classes, library seminars. We're gonna have
Just make an associate.
like reserved library seminars, and we're gonna have like a table for teachers or for librarians teaching library seminars. It's
Right.
gonna be like 2 different link tables.
Why don't you make, why won't an associate table just link in teachers and librarians just work? Making teacher and librarian both foreign keys, and make the seminar ID, and then it shows the room, topic, and then seminar start and end date.
That's not bad.
Do you want-
Actually, no, yeah, that's actually close. That's actually a lot better because I wasn't thinking, because the library seminar is kind of one of those things that like, it's not gonna happen unless it's reserved.
And I just
So-
put a topic right next to the room, so that would
Yeah,
happen.
yeah, that's I
But
was
it's scheduled. It's
I was
not-
thinking about that before.
It's not really.
Yeah, it's not like you just
picked.
have library seminars that teachers then reserve themselves for. There's only a library seminar when a teacher reserves it. So I don't think we have to create a link table for it.
Well, that would be the link table.
That
Well, I mean, alright, yeah.
basically be the link table. But we don't need any other table because like the library seminar, it's not going to be there's like library seminars and then you need to like
So that would be
use the link table.
TUID instead of teacher ID, correct?
I'm sorry.
That would be TUID instead of teacher ID, right?
Just remember,
Yeah,
Kevin.
it's
I'm gonna write teacher ID so we know to link it to, because that'll link to the teacher's TUID.
Yeah, do that. You also need the librarian ID. Yeah, make sure those are linked to the not to the user TUID, but to the librarian and the teacher.
That's why
TUID.
I'll write it like that.
I'm wondering what I think all 3 of those would be the candidate key, because the candidate key, the whole point is that if you know those 3, you know exactly what library seminar you're like. The way. That's why I'm not sure if we need seminar ID.
Well, if you just know the seminar ID, you know the teacher that taught it, or the teacher that scheduled it, the librarian that taught it.
So if you're a student and you only have your seminar ID,
Because-
I'm going to seminar 3, it should pop up with.
Yeah, seminar ID is just kind of weird.
But if there's no seminar ID,
Well, it's more
And
seminar number.
then the
Only
teacher.
one teacher then only
'Cause
one
I think
teacher and
the-
one librarian can only schedule one time.
The seminar ID is a weird deal because like
Seminar ID is to keep count
Yeah.
of all the different seminars.
So if
that
we just
happen.
make a bunch of different seminars, it'll just be one to whatever. It'll show
Seminar
teachers,
ID,
librarians.
seminar ID you keep auto number because it's just once they schedule it.
okay.
You just
Yeah,
plug in
yeah,
the
I
teacher.
agree with that.
Yeah.
It's just I'm wondering how we're gonna work with the keys because
Seminar ID is just to keep count.
I guess like most important in the seminar is knowing the teacher and the librarian.
Yeah.
But then you also need, I think you also need the seminar ID to
Mhm.
identify it because,
Yeah.
like one teacher, like if you, a teacher might have multiple library seminars reserved,
Yeah.
and then library.
Yeah.
I don't think it's teacher, though. I think the way I worked this was the course that's reserved for the course, not the teacher.
But you still need to show the teacher though, right?
Well, that would kind of be in the code.